Good afternoon, Mike. I've got your 92 Ford F250 5.8 liter computer here. Catch code T2X1. And it's a speed density computer out of a 92 F250. It is original. It has not been worked on before. It's never had a chip installed, as you can tell by the peanut butter or the white lithium grease or whatever they put there on those J3 port pins. It is got the original capacitors. You can tell by the fat body and the teal green color. And all of three of them are leaking. Top one not as bad, but the other two are leaking pretty bad. So let's see if I can zoom in and see what you got here. This one is actually leaking. See the brown stains on the board there? It's leaking out of this capacitor and it's working its way around to other components. So it's starting to corrode these pieces around it. See, it's starting to attack the shiny silver metal on the pieces around it. Especially that resistor right there. That one's got more than a little bit of attack there. Anyway, that one's definitely puked its guts. The other side of it shows pretty well how bad that thing is leaking. The top one isn't so bad. You're not seeing a shadow there. That leg, that solder joint there, it's half shiny and half black. So it's leaking its stuff out in there. The other side isn't as bad, but you can see that the black tar looking stuff is starting to run around on the traces. That's acid, kids. That will eat that trace if you leave it there long enough. It takes a while, but it does happen. And then this third capacitor down here, it's about as bad as the second one. You can see him leaking, and if you look, he's already starting to eat at the legs of that chip a little bit. Probably hasn't done any damage yet, but it's trying to. It's like a rust trying to spread. And this side, you can see that all underneath that capacitor is black. What these should look like underneath is like this component. Two nice shiny feet on the board. Solder joints. And then this thing's just all black and nasty. You can't even see the solder joints in it, but they're supposed to be shiny silver like that. And you can see on this top one that it's still shiny silver on this side, even though there's some black tar running around it. So all three of these are bad. They've been leaking for a while. This is not new. Probably been leaking a couple years, if I had to guess. But it looks like this board is a good candidate. It still looks pretty good to me. And I think it'll be a good candidate for repair. Backside, I didn't see anything particularly interesting there, but I'll give you guys a little look. You can tell that this thing's never had a chip installed because you see that like peanut butter or lithium grease that they wipe onto the J3 port pins here. That always has to come off before you install a chip, so you can tell it's never had a chip installed, which is not a big surprise on an F250. The rest of the components on the back of the board seem to look alright at a glance. I don't see any glaringly obvious problems. Okay, I'll give her a quick test with my basic bench tester here. This is power, this is check engine light, and this is fuel pump relay, and this is the 5-volt regulator. So it's got 5 volts. Power is going through it and winding back, so I'm checking that on the back side. Check engine light comes on as it should, indicating the PCM is probably functional. And then the fuel pump relay control wire there, that should run for 1 second when you turn the key on, and it does. So far so good. This is flipping it into code pulling mode, and we'll expect after a short burst of craziness that that thing will start blinking 2-digit trouble codes at us. And it does. I don't really care what the codes are because with this thing on the bench, there's not really much plugged in. So it's going to throw all kinds of codes. But the important thing is that it's doing it. That means this computer's alive and it's thinking clearly And so it's not FUBAR, and it's probably pretty repairable. We just need to get those, 30-something-year-old capacitors. What is that, 92? 02, 12, 22. So they're 33 years old. I mean, they're as old as Jesus. So we need to get them out of there. Repair any of the acid damage, neutralize that acid, get some new high-quality Japanese capacitors in there, and I suspect that this will be a good outcome. I think this is going to go well. All right, on to the next one.